Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are doing my favorites of 2018, and I am actually going to break this up into a few different videos, probably like 4 or 5 different videos, just because I have a lot of products that I really liked in 2018. So I'm kind of going to break them up into categories because some products I want to talk about more than other products. So yeah, so I think today we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with like face products, not blushes, bronzers, or highlights. That's going to be in a different video. This is going to be basically all primers, foundations, concealers, and powders, and setting sprays. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk about all my favorites of those for this year. Like I said, I just wanted to break it up because otherwise this would be like a 3-hour video and nobody wants to watch a 3-hour video. So I'm trying to shorten everything up and just make it into a few separate videos. So yeah, if you want to see what my favorites of 2018 were, then keep on watching. So we are going to start, I'm going to go in the order that I apply everything onto my face. So we're going to start off with primers. I just thought that would be just a little bit easier just to go down that way. So I have 3 primers, I guess you could say, that I loved in 2018. And the first thing we're going to talk about is, and I don't even know where the lid is at, but it's the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is like my second bottle, plus I have a little travel size bottle that I use. This stuff, I love this stuff. It refreshes your face, and when you put it on, it just like you just get like a refresher in your face. It moisturizes. You just feel like that hint of hydration going onto your face, and I just feel like it just kind of like wakes you up, and it just wakes your skin up and everything. And I love the smell of this too. But I really, really like this. I've come to find out, like, I can't do my makeup without like spraying it on my face. I just love this a lot. The next thing that I have is, we'll go ahead and we'll do this one. It's the Farsali Unicorn Essence. I don't really hear anybody talk about this anymore, but I love this stuff. It comes in a dropper, and it's like this pink, I don't even know how much I have left in here. It's like this pink, I don't know, like oil, but it's really not an oil. It's very like liquidy but thick, as you can see, like, I don't know, but then you just like rub it in and it just like sinks into your skin like immediately. And I feel like it kind of like helps prep the face. Like, I'll use this by itself. I'll use this first and then use this. And I feel like it just kind of preps the face for makeup. And I feel like sometimes it like, I don't know if it claims to do that, but I feel like sometimes it blurs out my pores and just kind of makes everything smooth, and like the application of my makeup, of like the foundation and everything and the concealer, everything just looks like flawless and airbrushed. I don't know, I just really like this. And I come to find like these two together are just like, I don't know what it is. And I know I've mentioned this in a few videos like way back when, but I feel like these two were meant for each other to be used together in conjunction. Like, they just, I don't know what it is about this. The smell of this though, at first I was not a big fan of the smell because it kind of reminded me of some kind of penicillin medicine I had as a kid, or moxicillin or whatever. But it's kind of like grown on me. It's not like the best, but it's got, I don't know, but it goes away immediately. But the product itself, perfection. And the last primer that I have here, which I used all this year and part of last year, is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer Pore Minimizing. This stuff is amazing. It literally like vanishes your pores. Like, I use it mainly, well, I use it somewhat all over my face because sometimes I feel like, depending on how the day is, sometimes I feel like my face is just like one big pore. But for the most part, I just use it like right here in the T-zone area. I have a lot of big pores like right in this area, and then up in here, and then on the chin, and kind of just like, you know, all over. So I'll like put it, you know, like I'll, you know, put it in my hand, you know, spread it around, and then I'll just kind of like press it in so it like sinks in and everything, and it literally, like, your pores are like gone. Like, when you put your foundation on, it's just like smooth, just like a smooth canvas on your face. Those are like, I love that stuff. So those are the 3 primers that I used most last year and that I really, really loved. So now we're going to jump into foundation, and I have a few here. I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and jump in with this. So the one foundation that I used a lot this year And it's funny because when I first got this and I tried it, I hated it. And then I was like, I saw it in my drawer and I'm like, let me pull it out, let me try it again. And I don't know what it was. I think over the past like year and a half, my skin has changed to where I feel it's not as oily as it used to be. And I don't know, I just feel like it has a big change. Lately though, I'm like breaking out really bad with like cystic acne and everything. So I kind of changed my skincare regimen around, and I do notice some, I do notice it clearing up a little bit. But that was like one of the big things this year, like the past few months, like it's just, I don't know. But what I was saying before is like, I feel like my skin has changed, so it's not as oily as it used to be. So I feel, I don't know, I felt like this worked a little bit better, even though it's kind of meant for oily skin. I don't know. But it's the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. I am in the color 128 Warm Nude. This color is like a perfect match for my skin color. I love this stuff. It does make your skin look poreless, I will say that. Matte, it's not like a full matte. It's more of like a natural matte, or like maybe like a satin matte. It's just the finish is just really pretty on your skin. It is more of a medium coverage, like a lighter medium coverage and you can build it up to maybe like a fuller medium coverage, but it's definitely not a full coverage foundation. But this is like something that I like is my like everyday wear foundation. I'm like down to, where am I at? I don't even know if you can see. I think I'm down to here somewhere. So I need to get another one. But I love this. And it's so strange how like when you first try something and you're just like, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But then like you give it another try like a couple months later or whatever, and then you're like, wow, this stuff is actually really good. And that's what happened with this foundation. And I love the finish of it. It's just like this natural, matte finish on your face. So it's not like flat, but it's not like dewy or anything. It's just this like really pretty, I don't know, the finish is just really pretty. And this foundation, I believe, is only like $5.99 at Target. And if you get a coupon, like you can get this stuff for like really inexpensive. Like it's a good foundation. The next foundations I want to talk about is from IT Cosmetics, and it's not really a foundation, but we all use it as a foundation, and it's the CC cream, the IT Cosmetic, Your Skin But Better CC cream. This is medium and tan. This is my summer color. This is my fall winter color, whatever. And I don't really have much left in either one of these, so I need to get more. I find myself a lot of the time though, which is weird, I like wearing this a lot in the summer. And you would think because it can be a little, especially if you're oily in the summer, you would think like, oh, I don't want to put that on, because it can be, this gives a glow to it. So it's not like, you get a glow with this. And I know they have one that's like a glow one too, or illuminating one or whatever, but I don't know, I find myself having a glow with this. Like this is not a matte CC cream at all. But what I love about it is, for one, you have the SPF 50, and for two, it is full coverage. Like it is a light full coverage, but it is full coverage. And it is just, I mean, it's such a good foundation, CC cream, whatever. I've gone through, I don't even know how many I've gone through over the years since they came out with this, at least like 3 or 4. But I mean, I love it, especially for like on the go or like going to the gym or something, just like put it on really fast. I know some people use their hands. You can use a brush. I just use a sponge with it and everything, just how I normally put my foundation on. But I love it. The coverage is phenomenal. And like it has this lemon. It has like a lemony scent to it. You can't even really smell it, because I know, even though it looks like there's some in here, it's like really not, because it's like, what do you call that? Like an airless pump. So like the pump only like comes to like here, so it like sucks everything out or whatever. And that's another thing I like about it too, is that this has a pump. And I forgot to mention on this does not have a pump. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. For $5.99, who cares? But yeah, so these have pumps on them and everything. And I absolutely love this stuff. The next thing I have is, let's go ahead and talk about this. These were foundations that I used kind of like in the summer, but one I still use now. So we'll just jump into it. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the stick foundation. This is in the color tan, and I don't know if you can, let me see if I can, so you can see, this is definitely a summer color. It does not match me. This is what I use in the summer. And this stuff right here is just, I don't know what it is. Like, and especially like in the summer, wearing it in the summer, a stick foundation, and you have like oily skin is not probably the preferred way to wear it. But for some reason, it like, I do not have an issue with this in the summertime. Like, it blends out beautifully. It stays on the skin. I don't find it like breaking up or patching up or anything like that. It has beautiful coverage. It is definitely a fuller coverage, I would say. It's very creamy and like easy to blend. Like, you don't have issues like blending it. Like, you can see, like, I just like blended it out on there. And it is just, I don't know, it's for the summer. It is like my go-to summer foundation, which sounds so crazy considering I have like oily skin, but it just, I don't know what it is. It has some magic in it or whatever. And I think this foundation is made more towards those who have oilier skin. And that's probably why it just stays on the skin. And it just kind of like melts into the skin too. Like, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's more of a matte foundation, I would say. And this, but not like a flat matte, but it's definitely more of a matte look to the skin. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. I highly recommend it if you have oilier skin. To definitely try that. If you have issues with stick foundations, to definitely try that one out, because it's so good. Okay, so the next thing I have is also a foundation, but it's a powder foundation, and it's by Laura Gellar, and it is the Baked Balance and Brighten Color Correcting Foundation, and I have mine in golden medium, and it looks like this. It comes like domed, but you can see like it's flattened out because I've used it so much. This is a beautiful powder foundation. It is a baked foundation, and it just like, I don't even know how to explain it. This is something, again, I would wear a lot in the summer, and I don't even know if you can see it on there. I would wear a lot in the summer, so it's more towards like if I have a little bit of a tan or a little bit more tanner. And I would wear this especially like I would put a little bit of concealer on my face, like where I needed to cover stuff up at, and I would just like buff this around my face, just so that like if it was super hot out, but I wanted some coverage, but I didn't want to wear like a full face of makeup and have it like melt off my face, I would definitely go more towards a powder foundation. And it's a beautiful foundation. It doesn't look like super powdery on the skin. It's a very pretty, it gives a little bit of like, you know, like a glow to your skin, I guess. Not like, I don't want to say a glow, but like, because that's like scary. If you have oily skin, that's scary when you say the word glow. But it just gives this really pretty, like, what's the word that I want to use? It just gives this really pretty look to the skin. So it's not like a flat powder. It's just super, I don't know what it is, but it's such a good like powder foundation. And again, this is another item that like I'm selling stuff on QVC here. This is another product that like I really don't hear anyone talk about, is Laura Gellar powder foundations. And it's really, really good. And like I said, I use it mostly in the summertime, and I really like it. To go along with that, and I didn't really know what category to put this in, so we're just throwing it in this one, because this really isn't a foundation, but it's something I would use with that sometimes. It's the It Cosmetics Anti-Aging Armour SPF 50. So this is an SPF, but it's kind of like a foundation. The only thing that really stinks about this is that there's only one shade. So if you have a darker skin complexion, it's not going to work for you. And to be honest with you, it like barely works for it just works for my skin complexion. So I think you need a little bit more lighter skin for it to work. But it's an SPF, and it's very, if you can hear, it's like very watery. So you have to shake it up, and it just like, see, as you can see, it's like super watery. Now it's gonna all over my hand. And I would just use it like sometimes just to wear for a little bit of coverage, and then put like a powder foundation over it or whatever if I'm just like out running errands. Like, see, you can't even tell, like it's not even like, it doesn't even really give me much coverage on it because it's not really like my skin color. But I mean, it works for an SPF, and that's what I like about it. So I just wanted to kind of like share that with you on that. But I mean, yeah, I didn't know what category to put it in, but I kind of used it as a foundation, but not really. So I just wanted to throw it in there. And then the last foundations I have, which is my top pick of 2018, and this is my most worn foundation is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I have mine in the color MW2 and MN3, medium warm 2 and medium neutral 3. This is the one I would wear more in the summer, and this is my winter shade right here. I ordered these last year off of Ulta's website when they first came out, and I did a review with them on them and everything, and I will leave that, I think it's like right here, or maybe it's right here. It's one of these areas. I'll leave a card right there for it. This foundation is by far my most favorite foundation, whether it be drugstore or high-end. Like, I love this foundation. It's in a glass bottle, as you can hear. It's a glass bottle. It does have a doe foot applicator, which I know a lot of people are not big fans of, because like you're putting it all over your face and then putting it back in the bottle, you know, the bacteria and everything, and maybe that's why I broke it out. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. The only issue I have is that I don't know how, like, when it gets to the bottom, how you're going to get it out. And I know some people said they popped the stopper out, but I don't even know. I can't even see where the stopper is because mine's all gooped over. And the only other issue I have too is like when you like put it in, it kind of like sometimes like goes everywhere, so that kind of like sucks. But this foundation, it's the Healthy Foundation, so your skin looks healthy. Like, it has a glow to it, not like a big glow, but it has like this like just healthy glow to your skin and everything. This is more of a fuller medium coverage. You could do a lighter medium coverage, but if you layer it up, you get more of a fuller medium coverage. It's not a full coverage, I wouldn't say that, but it's more of a medium coverage. So it's like, kind of starts out as a lighter medium coverage, but if you like build it up, you can get a fuller medium coverage. But this is like my absolute go-to, whether I'm going out at night, if I have somewhere to go to, whatever. This is the foundation that I turn to. It has not done me wrong. It is just, it stays. I have no problems with it really breaking up, and the more I've worn it, the more I think my skin has adjusted to it, or it has adjusted to my skin, or whatever, and then it's just like gets better and better each time that I wear it. As weird as that sounds, but it does. It doesn't really sink into like my fine lines at all or anything. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. The finish of it is just, if you have not tried this foundation, you have got to try it. It is just this, like you said, it's like this, your skin looks just healthy and glowing, like you've drank your, what is it, 8 cups of water, 16 cups of water, however many cups of water a day you're supposed to drink. It's like, that's what it looks like. Like, your skin just looks so healthy and so glowing. It is just one of the best foundations. I believe this foundation is $12.99 or $14.99. I can't remember, but there's, you get coupons in the, you know, in the Sunday paper every so often for Physicians Formula. That's when I would suggest purchasing it. I don't know if Ulta is still well, I guess they are. I have several Ultas within my area. I have one Ulta at the end of my subdivision, and when I went there, they took the display down, so they don't sell Physicians Formula anymore in the store, in that particular store. But I've gone to another Ulta within my area, and they have like a huge selection of Physicians Formula. So I think some Ultas are like not selling it anymore, and some are. I think it just depends. I guess, I don't know, but you can get this at Target. I think they have it at Walmart too, and everything. It is a very, very good foundation. Like I said, this is like my top pick for 2018. Out of high-end and drugstore, this is like the one that I went to the most. And like, this one, I'm definitely like, I can't even I think I'm like down to here somewhere. So I need to get another one like ASAP, because I do not want to be out of this. I love that foundation. Okay. So, moving on to concealers. I have 3 concealers here. 4, actually. 3 brands, 4 concealers. We'll start off with this one. The first one, I was using this at the beginning of the year because I was using it all of last year, and it's the Tarte Shape Tape. I have mine in light medium and light neutral. It's a little bit heavy for me. I used to do the whole YouTube thing with like, you know, all the concealer and the triangle thing, but I come to realize with my age and my fine lines, I can't do that under my eyes anymore. So this can be a little bit heavy and a little bit drying, but it does have full coverage, and that's what I like about it. So I just use like little dots. I'll just put like little dots and just kind of like blend it out, and that's like the perfect amount for me. And it like covers everything, and that's what I like about that. The next one that I have here is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I have 4 of them here. I have, because At first I couldn't figure out what my color was, so I got C7 and C6. I got C7, yeah, C7 and C6, which are lighter colors, so I would use that more for like the, you know, highlighting a little bit under the under eyes. Now this is also a thicker foundation, a thicker concealer like the Shape Tape. It's kind of like a dupe for it, but kind of not. Like, it just depends on, I don't know, I think it just depends on your skin, to be honest. Again, I just use a little bit, dot, 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 blend it out. It's the perfect amount. And then I have C9, which I use a lot more in the summertime. And then I have C8, which I use to spot conceal, because it's the exact same, it's my skin color, so I use that to spot conceal. But yeah, I mean, I do like this foundation, and it's like not that expensive. I can't remember what the cost of it is. I think it's like $7, maybe $6. But it's, I mean, it's not a bad foundation. I mean, you don't get a lot in it, I will say that. You get like, what is it, 0.11 ounces, so it's not, you know, you don't get a full ounce, but it's a, you know, it's a decent, for the price, it's a decent foundation. The next thing I have is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser, the dark circles. This is in Neutralizer. I like this a lot to like put like in the corners right here, just to kind of like, if I have like, if I wake up that day and I have like really dark circles or something, it kind of just like, it neutralizes it, kind of like takes it away. The other one I like in this is the brightener. I don't have that one. At least I don't think I do. No. I don't have that one, but that's like the pinker one, and that one like really like brightens up your eyes. I like that one too. It's a really good, a little bit, just use a little bit goes a long way with this, because it can tend to be a little bit thicker, and I can tend to go into fine lines if you use too much, but I do like it. And the last thing I have for concealer is, again, the Maybelline. They're all wore off pretty much, and it's the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I have mine in light, medium, and deep. So the deep I would use in the summer, the medium and the light is like I can use like right now. The light is if I want to like brighten up a little bit. Medium is if I'm trying to conceal and I just want like my same skin color and I don't want like the, you know, super white under the eyes. I'll use the medium on this. I like this concealer because, for one, it's different than those concealers. It's very light. It's not as heavy. It blends out really nice. I don't find it going into my fine lines as much, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a really, really good concealer. I don't know why I didn't jump on this bandwagon earlier, but I bought them this year and I completely fell in love with them. And it's drugstore, so it's not that, they're not that expensive. I think these are like $7, $8. They could be more, but they're not, I mean, with a coupon, it's not that bad. But I really do love those a lot. Okay, so going on to, what am I going to do next? Powders. I have a couple powders here. There was 2 face powders that I really love this year, and one was the Cover FX, and I have this in translucent light. What is this? The Perfect Setting Powder, and then the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I love them. Both for kind of like the same, like they just like, they don't look too powdery on the face. They kind of just melt into the skin, both of them. This one gives a little bit of, has a little bit of color to it, but not a lot. It's almost like a brightening color, but really not. And this one smells really good too. This one doesn't have a smell. But I don't know. I just like them. They both do the same thing. I like them a lot. These are the 2 powders that whenever I needed to set my face or whatever, I would go to these 2. They're both really good powders. The next one I want to talk about is in this palette here. It's the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, and this one will probably get brought up into my contour one. But these 2 colors right here are the ones that I would use most to set my, I was using this one right here, which is Enhance, which is more of a yellow banana color, and now I use this one, this pinker one, which is called Halo, which I feel like it just like brightens up, for my skin tone, I feel like it just like brightens it up a little bit more on the under eyes. But those are what I use to set under the under eyes. And I really like them, and I like this palette, and you'll probably see it in my contour bronzer one too. The other 2 powders I have are from Hourglass. They're the ambient lighting powders, and this one is in ethereal light. I always mess that up. Ethereal light. And you can see I've hit pan on this. I've had this forever, but this one right here in particular, I use this a lot too to set under the eyes. it's a little bit white, but I don't know what it is. Like when you set it under the eyes, I've always noticed like it just looks flawless. I don't know what it is. It just like, it looks white in the hand, but I feel like it's more of a translucent color. But when you set it, so it's not really giving you color under the eyes, but like when you set it, like I just feel like it just like everything just looks flawless with this powder. And I think it's because this powder is so finely milled. All of them are, all the ambient powders are, they're just very like, they can break very easily. But they just like, it just goes like, almost like it's like airbrushed under the eyes when I use this. And I don't know what it is. It's like some magic, but I really like that a lot. And the next one I have is also by Hourglass, and it's the ambient lighting, and it's in Mood Light. And it's more of the purpley one, and you can see right there I've hit pan on this one too. This one I use more of as a setting powder. So once I'm done with all my makeup, you know, and I've like even put my powder on my face or whatever it may be, and you know, whatever, I go in with this. I go in with a big fluffy brush like this Morphe brush here. I'll go in with this, and I just kind of like go in there like this, take a little bit, tap, and then just kind of like just go all over and just finish off the face. And with it being like, it just gives your face like, I don't know, it just gives your face this like glow. Like, I don't even know what it, like how to explain it, but that's like the point of these. It's supposed to give your face like candlelight glow if you're like in candlelight or under mood lighting or whatever kind of lighting you're under and stuff. And it just like finishes the face off and makes it just look so like, I don't know, it just like, it's a finishing powder. It just makes it finish, and it's just makes it look nice and gives your face this glow, and like you're just, I don't know, and everything just kind of like melts in together. I like love this powder, and I'm like, this is something I would definitely repurchase again. Once I'm like completely out of it, I will definitely repurchase that again. I love that stuff. Last thing we have to talk about, setting sprays. I'm sorry, I keep looking down here. I have my paper. I have like everything written down so I can remember. So we're going to go into setting sprays, and I only have a couple here. And we'll start off first with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. I don't really use this to set my face. I use this a lot like as a, you know, spraying my brush, you know, to amp up my eyeshadows and everything. So I guess that probably should have went into that video. But sometimes I use it on my face as just a refresher. Because this is just kind of like one of those things that you can use like for everything. It's just an all-around, everybody should have it. This is a staple to have in your makeup collection. Everybody should have that in your makeup collection. The next thing we have is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, the natural finish. It's a good setting powder. I think this is like $4.99, $5.99 at the drugstore. You get like 1.5 ounces. It's little. It has a very like, you see, it's not, it has a very fine mist. It like, when you spray it, it's like, it goes everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but it goes where it's supposed to go and everything. The scent, it has a scent. I don't know what it is, but it's not like super bad or whatever. But it's a good, for a drugstore, it's a good setting powder. I mean, setting spray. What am I saying? Setting powder, setting spray. And actually all of these are pretty much drugstore setting sprays that I have. It's just good. I mean, it's good. You don't get like the big old dots all over your face. That's what I like about it. Cause it just kind of like I showed you, it's like a fine mist. It sprays, it goes everywhere, and it just like meshes everything together. The next one I have is from Makeup Revolution. It's the Pro Fix setting spray. Now they have one that looks exactly like this, and it's oil control, but I think that one just came out like a couple months ago maybe or whatever. I got this at the beginning of the year when I did a, trying out Makeup Revolution products. Again, I'll leave that up there on one of the sides. It's actually a good setting spray. I don't know how well it's going to come out now because I don't have, yeah, see, it's just like, again, it just comes out as a fine mist. I don't have a lot left in here though. That's why I didn't know if it was going to like start squirting out every which way. And it, again, it does what it does. It says, it just melts everything into the skin and everything. I've never had an issue with this and everything. I know a lot of people complain about the smell of this. This reminds me, it smells exactly like the Jergens lotion, the cherry almond scent. That's exactly what this smells like. Yeah, it smells exactly like it. Like that Jergens, the original Jergens lotion scent, the cherry almond. That's exactly what it smells like. This is, I believe like $9. Okay, and then the last setting spray I have, I found this probably a couple months ago. And everybody talks about it, and I was like, is it really that good? Or are they just talking about it because everybody's like has a discount code, whatever. I do not have a discount code. I'm not affiliated with this. I went to Ulta, they had it in stock, I bought it, tried it out, and I have absolutely fell in love with it since. I have another one for backup. Like, this is like one of the best setting sprays. It really is. And it is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This stuff, I don't know what kind of magic they throw into these bottles. And it's just like, they have fairies and unicorns working in here to make your makeup, when as soon as you spray it, to make your face and your makeup just melt together and just look airbrushed and perfect. I don't know. I don't know what they do. But this stuff is amazing. For one, it's in an aerosol, which is weird because they're used to a pump, but it comes in an aerosol. I don't even want to waste it. But I'll show you. Like, look at that. It just, and it's so finely, oh, it's going in my water. It's so finely, like, it's such a fine mist. It fell in my hand. The smell is like, it has this really, I don't even know. It just has this really nice, fresh scent to it. Like, I can't even explain it. But this stuff is just, once it sets in, everything just kind of in your face. And like, not like in a dry, like, but it just like all like melts in, meshes together. You don't get a powdery look. Like, it is just all becomes like one. And it stays for hours and hours and hours. I don't know what kind of magic this is. I don't know, but it is one of the best setting sprays that I have ever used, ever. Go get yourself some. So yeah, that is everything that I have for your like foundation base. I will just say like your base products here. All of my favorites of 2018. I'll have everything listed down below in the description bar on everything that I talked about today. And stay tuned for the rest of the series. I believe next is going to be face products, which will be your what is your face products? Oh my god. Your blushes, highlights, browners, and contour. That'll be after this video, and then I'm just gonna do it in the order that I put my makeup on. So that's how we're just gonna do it, like that. Yeah, so please give this video a thumbs up if you like videos like this. If you haven't already, please hit that big red button down below and subscribe and stay a while. Would love to have you. Other than that, that's everything I have here, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.